Hello, Lions fans, and welcome to another Alumni Spotlight. Adam Williams here, and joining me today are Calvin and Megan Brien. Megan, formerly Bartlett. This is actually a big moment for our Alumni Spotlight, our first married couple. So really excited to have you guys here. How's everyone doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Yeah, really good.
We start off every interview asking the same question. Just want to see how you guys are doing. Obviously, the pandemic hits in March. The whole world kind of is askew. Everything's kind of going in every different direction. Just want to see how you guys are doing through all of this and how you guys have been affected.
Yeah, so we've both been home since March, working remotely. Calvin's been working on the first floor, and I've been working on the third floor, and then we kind of eat lunch together on the second floor. So we've been making it work.
Yeah. These days it's pretty easy to have a seamless transition from an office environment to working at home. So it really hasn't been too drastic of a change work-wise. I think the difference is having work always around you it kind of makes it hard to differentiate between home life, personal life, and work life. But it's been an adjustment, and we're adapting pretty well.
So you guys mentioned you're on different floors. Let's talk about what jobs are being taken care of on what floor. Let's talk about how you guys have been post Mars Hill.
Sure. So I actually just started a new job in the middle of the pandemic, which is very weird. I was at my last job for almost 7 years and was looking for something closer to home. After Mars Hill, I received a master's degree in communications, so I really kind of wanted to use that a little bit more. So I started working at an association here in Alexandria where we live, where I'm able to help people a lot more. I'm able to draft newsletters and just use my communications degree and talk to people, form relationships and whatnot.
I'm a lawyer. I went to law school in between 2014 and 2018. I also have a couple additional degrees, a couple of master's degrees, and a law degree. I've been practicing law for about, officially probably about a year and a half at a large law firm in downtown Washington, D.C.
So you guys mentioned kind of numerous degrees, but let's talk about that first one. Let's go back to kind of the end of the high school days. You're looking to continue your education, and you guys decide upon Mars Hill. Calvin, you mentioned earlier math and political science. This is before we came on air. And Megan, you mentioned English. Let's talk about, did you guys know exactly what you wanted to do as you came onto campus, or was this kind of a career choice that developed while you were on campus?
So for me, I did not know what I wanted to do. I went to Mars Hill to swim in college. And I just really enjoyed the professors in the English department. And so that kind of led me down that path. And I really enjoyed, the creative writing and reading and whatnot, which also then led to my master's degree in communications.
Yeah, no, I kind of had a similar experience. I thought I knew what I wanted to do, and that kind of evolved as I started going through some of my courses in Mars Hill. I started out as a political science major with the vision of going to law school because I was really into politics and government, and that kind of evolved, and I added a major because I started taking some math courses and realized that I was kind of good at math, and it was kind of easy to do the double major at Mars Hill, I think, because of the ability to take a lot of classes outside of your major, which I think helped a little bit hone in on what I kind of wanted to do after college. But as it turns out, I did end up becoming a lawyer and going to law school, so that really didn't change. So it's funny how things like that work out, but it worked out in the end.
We talk about how the degrees worked out in the end. I think we kind of skipped. What was it about the campus? What was it about the university? I know, Megan, you said for swimming, but was there anything else that kind of really drew you to Mars Hill?
Yeah, in terms of well, first of all, the location is amazing.
Yeah.
it's just beautiful. I'm from a very, I'm from a rural area originally, but the area that I'm from is around the water, and it's very flat. And I thought the contrast was kind of interesting with the mountains and, in relation to what I was used to growing up. And then you have Asheville, which is close by, and we really have come to love Asheville, especially after college. We spent a lot of time there. In fact, we got married there, and we still spend some time there even today. So I think the location was the main thing, but in terms of like substance, the sort of the academic environment was quite unique. Because like I said, you had a lot of options in terms of kind of doing what you want to do academically and sort of explore subject areas that may be outside of your wheelhouse and that you may not be comfortable with. So the academics combined with the location were really important for me.
Yeah, and I agree with Calvin. So I'm originally from Florida. So I was looking to get out of Florida. And, when I first walked on campus, it's just beautiful. And I was like, this is where I need to be. And with me too, I formed a really great relationship with the swim coach. I went on my recruiting trip and I met like all my teammates, and it was just a great experience. I also really enjoyed the class sizes. When I would tour campus or we would get more information, it wasn't overwhelming. Like, you're not sitting in a class with hundreds and hundreds of other people. And I liked that I could, form a relationship with my classmates and my professor. And I just felt like it was a great learning experience.
And you brought up quickly the recruiting trip. You met the coach, you met your teammates. Let's talk about some fond memories that you have being part of that swim team. And then Calvin, we'll talk about your time on the men's lacrosse.
Sorry, that's our dog.
That's our dog. We got her when we were at Mars Hill. So yeah, she's been with us this whole time.
Hey, that's an alum. Bring her on.
She is. Yeah, I mean, great memories. Throughout the years too, since we have graduated, we've been able to attend other people's weddings. We just went to my roommate freshman and sophomore year. Her wedding was about a year ago. So, it's great to see everyone. Lots of memories. I don't know how many, I don't know how many to share. Do you want to chime in or?
Sure. So I thought that, kind of at a high level, when you step foot on campus at Mars Hill, and you play a sport and you kind of got recruited to play that sport, you automatically enter college with dozens and dozens of friends that seem kind of like family members because you're going through the same experiences with each other. So when I walked on campus, I didn't, obviously coming from high school, no one from my high school or a group of friends in Maryland went to Mars Hill College. At the time it was Mars Hill College. Now it's Mars Hill University. But no, I mean, and then the next day you start having practice and you meet these guys that become your lifelong friends, and you don't know it at the time, but I mean, those experiences just are very, very valuable. And I think that it's sort of a function of that brotherhood or sisterhood that you have immediately when you step foot on campus in the athletic department.
Yeah, I agree too. I mean, just living with, so like my roommates were swimmers. So like being able to live with them, and then also like training. So we have practice in the morning and then practice at the evening, and just like in general, like forming those relationships with my roommates. And then, you get on the bus and everyone's all hyped up to go to a swim meet. And then, just even coming home at night from the meet on the bus and getting pizza for dinner, like it's just memories that'll last with us forever.
And no other memories that I know of can be repeated on air. So I'll refrain from disclosing any additional memories.
Well, I appreciate that. Makes my job easier, that's for sure. We talk about memories with teams and your sports, but let's talk about the memories of you two meeting and kind of how that relationship formed and obviously led to marriage. So let's talk about that if you guys don't mind sharing.
Sure. So it was the beginning of my sophomore year and Calvin was a senior. We met one night when we were out with some friends, and kind of just went from there. So obviously Calvin graduated before me. We did long distance for 2 years. And then I moved to Maryland. And we've kind of been in DC, Maryland, Virginia ever since.
Yeah, we met at a friend's house, at a lacrosse player's friend's house off campus, and she didn't like me when we first met. She actually thought that I was kind of creepy, and she still calls me creepy to this day. But I persisted, and I kept pursuing Megan for like a month and into 2 months, but she kept rejecting. And eventually she caved, and I took her. This is so embarrassing, but I took her on our first date actually she took me on our first date because my car was such a piece of junk that she had to drive, and so we drove to the
Olive Garden.
In
Asheville.
The ever classy Olive Garden, like so classy, so college. We ate bottomless pasta because I was too cheap to buy anything else. So yeah, now we go to Napa Valley and we drink expensive wine and we live in DC. So, it all works out in the end.
Life changes. We've been together now for 10 years. So it definitely kind of, grown up together and figured our lives out.
No, that's awesome. And congrats. And there's always a great first date story. There has to be. So
yeah. I actually have our little dog here.
Oh, here we go.
Oh. Sorry. This is Samantha. So yeah, we got her when we were in college.
Hello, Samantha. Welcome to the show. Always love the guest spots, that's for sure. So I don't want to take up too much more of your guys' time here. So as we wrap up this interview, what's the best bit of advice that you could give prospective or current Mars Hill students, be it in regards to academics, athletics, being involved in the community, etc.?
Yeah, I would just say to keep an open mind, because you go into college and you may play a sport and you may have your life kind of mapped out in your own head. A lot of my friends got to college and they were like, I want to be a professional lacrosse player. And 99 times out of 100, those things change. And what you expect going into a situation like that doesn't end up actually happening. And more often than not, it actually works out for the better in the end. So just keep an open mind, work hard, and pursue things that you're passionate about. And you never know where life can lead you.
Yeah, I think that was great. I 100% agree. And, once you do get to college, it's going to fly by. Make those memories with your teammates every time you have a meet or a game. Put 100% effort in, because it's going to go by so fast, and you'll miss it one day. It's a great, Mars Hill is amazing. It provided us with so much, not only just with our education, but friendships as well. So, it'll fly by.
No, great bits of advice there. And again, I want to thank both of you guys for taking the time and doing this interview. It was wonderful meeting you and catching up with you guys as well. 10 years in and to many more. So thank you very much.
Thank you.